Told him I ain't selling it for nothing less than lavish. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Hope everything is well. Everything is beyond well for me, and I'm grateful for that. Just chilling. Decided to get this video out. What I wanted to talk about today was guidance. I have a video, and it's a pretty popular video on my YouTube channel, and it's talking about like when your spirit guides don't guide you. Like for the people that are technically 3D bound, or people that are people of the matrix. And when your spirit guides don't feel like you're playing a role beyond that, that's a still powerful role. To be a human, period, is a powerful role for the spiritual, because your intellect is, and your wisdom is so powerful that you get to not only rule this matrix but influence so much. Not saying dogs and cats and other living beings aren't as wise, but we don't understand them for a reason. So to them, they may feel like, okay, they have an understanding, maybe, maybe not. Who knows how deep that goes? I feel like there's a form of structure and understanding between them, but in regards to verbiage and ability to express, I can't say that every living animal has the power that we have. And the biggest power is in the internet. And who's to say if that's power or not? Because sometimes when you do things by yourself, you lose the root. Like when you're creating, like what I do, when I create any form of structure, it's not sourced from the root, but people that know me and my blood is of a root. For example, I'm Haitian, whatever. I was born and raised in Miami, Florida. So I'm a Southern girl. But even from, if you take me to Haiti, you take me to Miami, and you take me any of the places I've been, I don't look like I'm of that environment. So that's something very powerful to just keep in mind. The reason why that is because I am one who not only is mutable but blends a lot of things, but I'm one who creates, like still influences something new. You can take a lot of things and nothing is really new, but how you put it together can be a form of newness to the world. And I am one of those chosen beings to incorporate a form of newness in how everything I deliver is expressed. Whether it be my raps, whether it be these videos, whether it be my writing, my novels, whether it be me just talking to you face to face. Like a lot of people will meet me and be like, wow, like I never met nobody like you. And again, I'm not the only one, but definitely that is a strong statement. These are people that are 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 9. But like it's not a matter of age, it's not a matter of race, it's not a matter of sexuality. The context of what I come into influence is of anew. So when I'm making these videos, I just want to keep that in mind. I take a lot of things, and sometimes these cards, like it holds a very powerful energy in itself because it's rooted in its own source of understanding and laws. But I just feel like when I look at these cards, I make these cards my bitch. No shade, but I do what I want with it. And I feel like anything in the world, you use all your instruments to your advantage. So shout out to Flight Boss for that. Like that's what he say. Like anything, you make that shit your bitch. And when you doing that, you're on a different tip of spirituality. That is 5D. That's something that is not gonna be, it's not going to be represented in the physical aspect outside of a being like me, because the insight is where it stems from. It's an energy thing. It's just something about when you see it, the understanding that you have behind that. Before I pull out a card, I would just say like, wow, people are so powerful, but the parts, the people that you can't see, the energy that you can't see, they hold a lot of weight. Listen, down to waking me up out my sleep to make money. I don't feel like I miss any opportunities that's given to me, and that's because I'm an enlightened, divine, successful path. And it's a chosen path, and it's also of sacrifice, extreme sacrifice, repeated sacrifice, and just your construct of who you want to be is under veil of your purpose in this world. So who I want to be is because of what I have to be in this world. It's not necessarily me wanting to create anything just for the sake of creating it. You know, I have other forms that I use to express myself, but everything has a divine purpose. And that job and what influences me to even complete these projects, to even have the confidence and the motivation to get over here, get on this camera, and in real life back up what the fuck I be talking about. If you're a child, y'all know y'all curse too, okay? We ain't gonna tell your mama. But if you're a child, you know, I feel like there's a lot of star children coming in, and regardless. So if you can understand this, let me know. Like the comment. Let somebody else know. I don't have to necessarily get the validation that you knew what was up, but just give me the understanding that, you know, you as to participate in the energy of being a vessel for God, the Most High. Not no deep demonic weird shit. Like, I ain't on that deep. You know, living life every day is a ritual. Like, that's the deep shit I'm on. I'm not on signs and symbolisms and sacrificing blood. And sacrifice is the energy to invest myself to every day be able to be a real earth angel. So with that being said, shout out to my grandma. You know, my grandma was a tarot card reader, and she also was a spiritualist. And it was just one thing that she would always say: she don't need these cards. So I'm just so honored to be able to use them as a vessel, as a form of an instrument, but also to, you know, kind of tap into that bloodline energy that I'm not afraid to do wrong, that I'm not afraid to grow from. Because that's the only way to grow. Do something wrong over and over and over. That's the only way to grow. See, that card fell out. You got the Ten of Wands. Off back, I don't know how I feel about this. Notice the environment is so much more different, but she has all these wands that she holding on to. But is she sorrowful? I don't know. Or is she like, wow, so grateful to have it? Ooh, I don't know how to feel about this. But it's like, where is she coming from? Where is she going? Looks like she's in a deserted area, and this is a different card. Just looking at this card, I feel like this is the only card I'm going to pick up today for one. But it gives me like a preppy girl. Like the fact that she's in a deserted area, but again, she has on like shoes that are like not sneakers. She have on a skirt. She have on that shirt that if it get too hot, it's definitely gonna be sweating underneath and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But she's rocking that, so it's like, how did she get there? She's given like she's somewhere in even Africa. Honestly, when I look at that, I see Africa in my head. I don't know what it is about it. You know, even not saying that it's not people like that in Africa, but even with her being a Caucasian, I still see Africa. So we're gonna look at the Ten of Wands and look into what that energy is representing. Overall, I don't know how to feel about this, but what it's giving me is like, what I hear is like, you earned it. When you work for it, you earn it. And just so y'all know, I don't try hard. Like, I'm not gonna be the type of person to be trying to even watch my videos back. I don't do none of that. I just do my work and show my work and live my life and do that, and that's something that's undeniable. I don't have nothing else to really say about that, because I'm that chick. But long story short, we got the Ten of Wands. It says you're overburdened. You're back hunched over in pain as you try to move. You're carrying something so large that you can't even see what is right in front of you. Take a long, hard look at how you're spending your time and energy. You're not managing it well, and it's burning you out. Now may be the time to find support. Man, what is right from? And that's so interesting, because being present has changed so many different courses, and this is why I pull the cards, because something that is right in front of me, not saying it should be for me, but I use myself as a reference, because everyone experiences emotion and energy And if I'm expressing something, I could always be like, can I relate to this? Sometimes I pick up cards and I'm like, man, I connect to this. And also sometimes I'd be like, it may be an energy clearly not connected to me, but of someone in my energy. And I can definitely connect to being overburdened and hunched over in pain as you try to move because you're doing so much. And energetically, I feel like if you worked hard for it, you earned it. She worked hard for it and she's holding on to it like for dear life. Like that's something that is literally everything to her. These ones. Um, so you're not managing it well, and it's burning you out. Now may be the time to find support. Ooh, quite interesting. Carrying something so large you can't even see what's right in front of you. Myself, I think the biggest thing that I can't see that's right in front of me is that I have everything that I desire. Like it's hard for me to acknowledge that, even with me knowing that it's deserving, that look, you don't see her eyes. She don't even see what she worked for really. And it's just so powerful and humbling because I let myself talk and I let spirit talk. Sometimes it coincides and sometimes spirit peels another layer back. And I don't ever wish, anything negative for me nor anyone around me. But if that energy is real, which in this present time, I would say sometimes I don't realize I'm overburdened because I'm moving. So in my life, I think it's beautiful. Like actively today was a very prosperous, positive, active day. Um, and I feel like my days now do require a form of obligation, but my structure is up to me. So something so large you can't even see what is right in front of you. I feel like there is a lack of clarity, and that can contribute to so many things. It being Mercury retrograde, me being in the pace of not wanting to assume, me being so forward thinking and forgetting that you could think all you want, but if you're not living, you're not really going where you need. And it can be in so many aspects from business to relationships with personal, intimate relationships, and also just like coworker relationships. It's quite something to fathom on, but definitely take a hard look at how I'm spending my energy. And I feel like the free energy that I have, this is why I create things like this actively to do, because the free time that I have, it can easily be distracted, especially living here in America and also Houston, Texas, where there's a lot of things to do. It could easily be distracted. And it has been a struggle to balance my goals and what I say I'm going to do, but I always find a way to say and do what I'm going to say. Wait, I always find a way to do what I say. And yeah, and I mean, you may not be managing it well. Now may be the time to find support. Today definitely felt like a Mercury retrograde day because I feel like there was a lot of, for one, hitting myself, a lot of forgetting things, a lot of overlooking or losing things, a lot of like, just a little subtle things in the background. And if anything, that would be something else that I could connect to because that takes away from just how effective I can be sometimes, even if it's just because my fingers hurting. Like right now, I got my burn on my finger, and that was just because I was rushing. Y'all see that little reflecting? You see? You see what I'm saying? I hit and it's an energy thing. I know it's an energy thing, but overall, to ask for support, I love to have people around me that will understand that you offering any type of insight, any type of energy, any type of helpful gestures, whether it be food, money, energy, like that is the best way for me to ask for help because I guess I don't know what help is. I ask for help when things are lost, but I don't really the support that is needed in that help. I don't know. God gonna use me as a vessel though, and I feel like I've already been humbled in so many aspects that I'm not ashamed to have been at my rock bottom. Maybe everybody don't see my rock bottom, but I hold my rock bottom with a form of grace, a form of like allegiance, a form of like certification, because my rock bottom, I will never be there again. Like my rock bottom has given me the insight to continue to stay and do what I want. We got the Nine of Swords now. Man, that energy is crazy for real. Ooh, these cards. Yeah. I actually don't know. Damn, I can't. I just got off work, and what I'm hearing in my head, I don't know if I'm comfortable putting in a video, but I would just say the power in these cards are held with me, but I have no control over what comes out. And I think that's something powerful about my video. I have no idea what compels me to put this on a camera, but this energy right here is given someone who is like realize that they took the wrong route. It's someone that their angels is not assisting them. um that's what is the energy that is around right now. And the reason why I say that is because it's a form of sorrow, regret, and I feel like me personally, I don't regret anything. So, and I'm very abundant. I'm very happy. Like literally, today is a beautiful day. But for me to pull these cards in the deck, I just find it quite interesting, because I had someone say to me, I might as well say it. I had someone say to me that, Kayla, you know, when you pulling cards, you can't read for yourself. Like, and that was something that even with my grandma, like she could read for everybody, but she wouldn't read for her family and she wouldn't read for herself. And that was literally like maybe an hour before, and I was so adamant on saying that no, like these cards that I pick up, I know if it's a message that I need to see. I didn't reiterate on how important it is for me to differentiate between what's my energy and also what is energy for me to be aware of around me. But overall, like with that insight, it just made me feel like, you know, it is true. Like I should expand my horizons in the way that I express, especially if I'm going to use other forms of capsules, because people are watching this. This is beyond just what I go through. And even if, you know, shit, I ain't afraid of nothing. When you're not afraid of death, bro, anything that life can come towards you, and you know you're a spiritual being, you know that it's to make you stronger. And God is not gonna give you something that, if you earth angel me, which I definitely acknowledge and I participate in every day, God is not gonna give me something that I can't handle, and that's not gonna make me better. Even if it is coming in connection with people that might not have it so great, sometimes that be the thing to make me know, man, I have everything I'm looking for. I can't even see what's right in front of my face. You know, you take from good or bad, and this video going a lot longer than I thought, but something made me say that, to bring up that video. Watch that video on when your angels or when your spirit guides don't guide you or something like that. You'll see it, because I don't already have much views, so that one got like maybe 30-50 views or something like that. I was speaking some real ass shit, and that was a channeled message as well. And yeah, just know that it's all love. You make the decisions in your life. People are always gonna be held accountable in my books. I hold myself accountable. But after we get past that accountability, what can we do to make it better? If you still have life, you still have a chance to continue to do what is best for you. And don't give up on yourself, man. Even if you have to dig harder to get out of the hole, don't give up on yourself, because if you doing that and you still got breath in your body, you killing yourself. That's suicide. And people that commit suicide, that's a whole nother concept of, but just your life has a lot of value. Don't forget that. I'm out, y'all. Woo. Yeah, so I realized that every card can't really be for show, or maybe it is. I don't know what I'm tapping into, and I don't know why I feel called to use cards. I'm not a tarot reader. I'm just a real ass chick. So I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace, y'all.